coin toss, but deferred the option, and that means they will kick to start the game and get possession to start the second half. Winds gusted upwards to 30 miles per hour to our back, and we are underway here in Piedmont on the second of two Squirtle Game of the Weeks, brought to you by High Plains Insurance. And a very good kick by Fancher. Bounces through the back of the end zone, and Carl Albert will have it first down and 10. He'll open up with Javion Hunt, the single setback. And out of the gun they work. Harris fakes the handoff. He'll keep it. He's coming right. He has a first down to the 30, and Harris is out of bounds, tiptoeing beyond the 40-yard line. First and 10 at the 44, pistol formation. Harris fakes the handoff, swings it out right. He's got Gavin Haynes, and Haynes gets to the 41. 3-by-1 set again with Hunt still in there as the single setback. Harris hands it off to Hunt, who bounces out left. He has a first down and more. Hunt outside the numbers is to the 20, and then was pinned in, ducked under a defender, and got a couple of more. They'll go with a half diamond formation to the backfield. And again, it's Hunt. Cuts right, bounces left, and slips, and he's going to be officially tackled there. 265 and a junior is the lone non-senior. Out of the gun, the ball slips through the legs of the quarterback, Harris, and he's going to be sacked for the Titans. Three receivers, short right, back to throw is Harris. Flips it out right, has a receiver, he's got blockers, he's to the 5, and then is Kobe Cruz, who's finally tackled. That means in the Wildcat, it's Javion Hunt. They motion a man from right to left, and now have two tight ends that way. Hunt will keep it, he runs in, and he's in there for the touchdown. That scoring drive of 8 plays, 80 yards with his first extra point try of the afternoon. A short end-over-end kick, and it's going to be returned by Johnny Jones to the near side. And Jones is across the 20 and up near the 25-yard line. So one back set. They'll motion it to the near side. They turn and they give it straight ahead, and that's going to go to from scrimmage today. Line of scrimmage at the 26. They'll option right, and this time Levi Davis is in trouble, and he is going to be tackled. He's gone all the way in a starting role today. They will turn and they'll hand it off to Joey Mars again, and Mars will be stopped short of the yardage to gain at the 47. He needed to get to the 49. Actually, he's listed on the 2-deep chart this week as the backup quarterback. Snap floats back, and he gets an end-over-end kick that didn't hit very well. Hit at the 35 and then bounces back downfield to the 39. By Ben Harris, who works behind an offensive line that averages over 255 pounds tackle to tackle. Handoff on the inside goes to Hunt, and Hunt spins and then ducks for 2 as he gets to the 40-yard line as well. Second down and 9 at the 39, officially a 1-yard gain. They fake the handoff. It's a zone read by Harris. He'll keep it running left. Harris with a first down and more. Harris to the 40, and Harris finally pushed out of bounds. Split to the short side of the field. Harris fakes the handoff, throws a slant. He has a receiver over the middle, and that is caught by Houston Russell for a first down. First quarter, Kentrell Bazell was in the backfield. It's a high snap. They hand it off to Bazell with running room left. Bazell stiff arms a tackler, gets to the corner, and almost stayed in bounds. He's going to be stopped just short of the yardage to gain as Bazell remains out there. They'll turn and they give it to Kentrell Bazell. Running right, got out of an ankle or a waist tackle. Still breaking tackles. Look at him bully his way between the tackles down close to the 10-yard line, and that would be enough for a first down. I think they're going to stop him just short, and we will see the measurement when we start the second quarter. Tied in is Caleb Zangari, and he is lined up to the press box side. Out of the pistol formation, they hand it off to Bazell, bouncing left, cuts right, shoves his way in. Touchdown, Titans. Here. They are steamrolling here early on the Wildcats' home field. Line drive kick, and that's going to hit in the end zone. It'll be a touchback, first and 10. It's been all day long that Piedmont stays ahead of the chains on this drive. Inside, no, it's a fake handoff. They pitch it left. Around the end, it's Joey Mars, and Mars gets across the 25 out near the 26-yard line en route to a 3-and-1 start for the Wildcats. Second down and 4. This time the inside handoff goes to, I think that's Mars again. One back set, they motion a man. This time they give it again to, no, it's a keeper coming right. It's actually a reverse as they get it to Hendren. Hendren stiff-arming tacklers down the boundary, and Hendren is out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Right. Play clock is getting down low. They'll turn and they hand it off, and that again is Tatar with big running room up the middle. The Wildcats in his second season, they fake the handoff. That was a busted play, and in the backfield, Davis is in trouble. He's going to be tackled for a loss to the 46. Davis and Mars in the backfield. In motion a man. Now they're going to hand it straight ahead to Mars, who blasts near first down yardage to the 45. That's at the Carl Albert 45-yard line. Again, they fake the handoff. This time they're going to toss it right. And Hendren with running room down the boundary, gets free of a tackler, and he's off to the races for the touchdown.
It's a big play for Piedmont there.
He shred the high tackle attempt from R.T. Sherman, the sophomore out there at strong safety. And Hendren, who is a really good football player, just pulled away after that high tackle attempt from Sherman. The 40-yard line, he gets a 7-yard run and approach and boots it away to the near side. And that's going to go out of bounds, and that's a costly mistake. He was angling for the near side boundary in the corner of the end zone and have a tight end right, 2 receivers that way as well. They fake the sweep, now hand it off again to Bazell. Bazell breaking tackles, but is going to lose a yard. It's Del Reno. 2nd down and 10. Harris will again hand it off. This time it is Javion Hunt. Hunt made a cut of the 45 and then cuts back right to the midfield area, and he's finally tackled to the 48-yard line. Carl Albert has been now into Wildcat territory on all 3 possessions this afternoon. Pistol formation again. They sweep left with Hunt. Hunt is hit, ran into 2nd down and 7 on the 45-yard line. 2 receivers wide right, 1 to the near side. Show a little bit of pressure. Now they're going to hit a slant pattern over the middle. That is Houston Russell, and he has a first down to the 27-yard line of Piedmont. Pistol formation from the 27 of the Wildcats. A 2-by-1 formation. They'll hand it back to Hunt. Sweeping right, cuts back left inside the 25. Still going. Look at that, yards after contact all the way down to the 17. 2 receivers wide to the near side. They have a tight end lined up right. And they'll turn and hand it off to Bazell. Leaps over 1 defender, cuts back right, spins away from Hendren. And then the football comes out. Carl Albert dove back on it, I think, at the 20-yard line. Setback. Harris out of the gun, takes a 2-step drop, sets up a slip screen for Cruz. Cruz leaps over a tackler at the 15, now runs backwards and gets down to the 11-yard line. Jacob Eddy awaits the snap back. It's on the mark, and the kick is up, and it's blocked. And Eddy will fall on it at the 38-yard line.
Back in their run, they didn't throw it a whole lot.
Levi, I don't think they do still. Levi Davis fakes the handoff. He will run right. Davis to the 45, and he's going to be rolled down to the 46-yard line. Good tackle by R.T. Sherman. 2 wings. They motion a man to the far side, fake the handoff. They pitch it left to Warrior. Warrior is hemmed in, now reverses his field, has some blocking coming right, and Warrior gets the first down and out of bounds at the Titan 45-yard line. Line of scrimmage at the 44. Straight hand, no, it's another toss to Warrior. He can't find the handle. I think he dove back on it, but it's going to go for a loss. Under center is the quarterback, Levi Davis. Davis fakes the inside handoff. Now tosses right for Hendren. Hendren trying to get to the boundary, did. And he's close to the first down at the Carl Albert 35-yard line. Field behind Davis, who goes under center. They'll hand it off to Mars, and Mars has a first down. With 10 seconds to play in the half, they go back to the ground game. Now it's an option right for Hendren, who has a touchdown in the first half.
Getting the ball here offensively would be big.
Jacob Eddy to boot it away. This is his shortest kick of the afternoon. It hits at the 20 and skips right into Hendren's hands. Hendren returns it up across the 20 to the 23 and spun out of bounds near the 24. They'll motion a man to the far side of the field. And this time they give it to Mars with some running room, and he's out across the 30 to the 32 in the mid-70s as we start the second half, a game that was originally scheduled for Thursday night. Handoff again goes to Mars. They stretch him out. There's a face mask as Mars is tackled at the 37-yard line. Levi Davis looking over a 4-man front for the Titans. Turns and fakes the handoff. He'll pitch on the near side to Hendren, breaking tacklers. And he's down to the 28-yard line. 2nd and 3 at the 28-yard line. 2 wings. They'll motion one to the far side. Now they hand it off to Mars again. He is stacked up. Davis snaps it with 2, fakes the inside handoff, pitches behind Hendren, who can't handle it. Carl Albert has recovered the fumble. Running towards 9 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Fake handoff. Harris will keep it this time. He's across the 40, dances across the 45. And Harris is cut down just shy of midfield. The tight end right from midfield. Harris Hands it off to Bazell. Gets out of a jersey tackle, running right, running backwards. Finally tackled near the 46-yard line to Saturday afternoon. Pretty good day for football. A little bit breezy, but it is October. Harris out of the gun. Hands it off to Bazell. Stretch play right, first down. Stiff arming tacklers and out of bounds. 7:44 to play here in quarter number 3. Harris gives it to Bazell, running room left. Bazell is drugged down on a good tackle at the 40-yard line by Caden Hendren. Javion Hunt is in, the University of Arkansas signee. Gets the fake handoff. Now Harris will keep it with running room. 30, first down, 25, still going inside the 20. Look at Ben Harris as he drags tacklers out of bounds near the 19-yard line. Or a 5A 2 matchup here today. Hunt gets the handoff and Javion is cut down at the 18-yard line, a gain of 1 in the state semifinals. Second down and 9 for the 18. Harris fakes the handoff. He'll keep it again with running room. Very patient, waits for his blocks to develop, and he gets to the 12-yard line. 5:45 in counting to play here in the third. Extra blocker in the backfield. And now out of the Wildcat, it's Bazell. He'll keep it behind left guard. Look at this. 5 dragging tacklers with him, and he's in for the touchdown. Kentrell Bazell might as well charge a bus fare because he took a couple of Wildcats on a ride with him, was able to get into Titan territory, coughed it up, and then it was an 8-play, 62-yard drive. Bouncing ball, right side, fumbled there by Hendren, picks it up, and he's swollen under inside the 15. 5.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Davis goes under center. He turns and he hands it off, and there is nothing there. Davis under center. Gets the exchange. Now the pitch left. As that goes for Warrior, he's hemmed in at the 10-yard line, and he is going nowhere.
Negative plays.
Third down and 14, back at the 10. They pitch it to Henry. That ball hit his hands. It's still free. It's scooped up, and it's a touchdown for Hunt. Easiest touchdown that Javion Hunt will ever score, a 1-yard scoop and score. And it is now 28-7 as the ball hits just beyond Johnny Jones' reach and then skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. With a one-back set, they'll turn and they hand it off to Mars. He is hit and spun down. And this looks like the 85 Chicago Bear defense out there right now. Third down at 17. Handoff goes to Warrior, and he is spun down at the 14, so we got a couple, and that's it. Bo Phelps in punt formation to the goal line, gets a leg into it. This is a pretty good punt. To the near side, they're going to let it hit. It goes out of bounds near the 38-yard line. Hunt is in there as the single setback. They call his number, gets to the end, 40, dances 45, leaps in the air, and then is tackled by Caden Hendren. 25 touchdowns in a third straight state title season for the Titans. Harris on a high snap, pulls it down, hands it again to Hunt between the tackles. He gets to the 47. 119 yards all on the ground of the first half. Harris on a delay, gives it off again to Bazell, makes a cut. He's into the secondary, and Bazell is tackled at the 32-yard line. 28-7. 12 minutes to play in this 5A2 matchup. And they hand it off to Bazell again. He spins and picks up 3 to the 31. He's gang tackled there. 30 plays today, 309 yards of total offense for Carl Albert. They face 2nd and 7 out of their own time, out of the 31. Harris fakes the handoff, and he's going to add to that total. Running room left. Harris a first down, and he's drug out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Threatening to build on a 28-7 lead. Handoff to Bazell, sweeping left. He's to the 5, and Bazell walks in as he has the hat trick, his third touchdown of the day. Jacob Eddy to kick it off, the lead 35-7. Eddy with a good end-over-end kick, and this will be fielded from the 5. Brought out to the 10, to the 20. Skips free at the 25. That's Johnny Jones, and Jones still going across the 35-yard line. We don't know who they were. We don't know how many, but we do know that that's one of the reasons this game is being played today. Hand off to Natar. He spins and gets 2 down to the 40-yard line. 9:19 to play in the football game. 35-7 our score. They hand it off up to, no, it's a keeper, and the quarterback, Davis, is going to be corralled at the 42-yard line. Phelps to kick it away to Cruz. That is a great punt. Tight spiral. Cruz backpedaling to the 9. Will haul it in. Jitterbugs to the 15. Dump truck down at the 20-yard line. From the 21, 1st and 10. Backup quarterback No, Ben Harris is still out there. They hand it off to Bazell, and he is stretched out, picked up a yard to the 22. Good tackling that time by the Wildcats. Halfway through the fourth quarter here from F&N Bank Stadium. Harris will hand it off to Bazell again, running left. Bazell lowers his head, bounces out, first down and more. Bazell to midfield, to the 40, to the 30, one man to beat, and Caden Hendren bangs him hard out of bounds to save a touchdown. 5:49-18 for scores last week in a district showdown against Bishop McGuinness. First and 10, they'll hand it off, and this time not much doing. And 2 is the starter at Carl Albert High School. Hand off again to Lewis, bounces out right in a good open field tackle. Dump trucks him down. It needs always supporting high school athletics. Back to throw, Harris swings it out left. He's got Lewis. Lewis trying to get to the end, gets out of an ankle tackle, has the first down at the 15, and then is banged out of bounds at the 14-yard line. They split the backs to each side. Harris will turn and hand it off again to Lewis. Lewis is boxed in. Now he cuts left, finds a seam, and still going to the 6-yard line, 8 yards. Single receiver to the near side, 2 backs in the backfield. They will turn and they will hand it off. And that is split to each side of Harris. Harris gets the exchange. The quarterback will keep it, and he will walk in for the touchdown. Eddie to kick it off, 42-7 our score with 3:23 to play. And the kick is a short one, returned from the 7. That is Jones to the 20, and he is tackled to the 24-yard line. Davis hands it off. No, he's a keeper, and Davis has a first down to the 35-yard line. Counted victories 31-7 over El Reno and 29-20 over Noble here at home this year. Option left, they'll toss it to Warrior, and he is stretched out and hit after a short gain. Last week it was Bishop McGuinness. This week it is Piedmont. The option to the backfield, the pitch wasn't real good. It's hauled in that time, and it's going to go for a loss back to the 36-yard line. Line of scrimmage at the 37. They motion him in, fake handoff, throw it out right. Ball is caught at the 45-yard line for a first down. First and 10 to the 47. Inside handoff this time, but not much doing. Last fall. Second and 9 to the 48. Final play of the contest. It's a keeper by Levi Davis, and he is gang tackled to push back for a loss of 1. And that will do it. 4 seconds to play. The teams will head to midfield, and the final this afternoon will be 42-7. Carl Albert defeats the Piedmont Wildcats.